This is a video to demonstrate how to get PDF documents read out loud to you. PDF documents stands for Portable Document Format, are documents that often are downloaded from websites or may be sent across to you or may be available on Solar, or you may find that you use them for things like exams. If you've been recommended that you use a reader for your exams and you're not allowed to use a human reader, then you can still have the exam paper in an electronic version, which is what the PDF is, read out loud to you. And this video will show you or your students how to access that particular capability within the PDF reader. The PDF document reader is called Adobe Acrobat Reader, and that's what we'll have a look at next. So you can see the documents have the suffix, the bit at the end, PDF. That's the PDF bit that was mentioned before. If you get the document and you double click on it, that will automatically open the Acrobat Reader. There we are. This is an old English language GCSE paper. So if you've got a lot of information to read and that's difficult for you, sometimes it's quite useful to have it read out loud to you. Maybe you have a learning difficulty like dyslexia or dyspraxia. Maybe English isn't your first language. Maybe it just takes you longer to read. Maybe you don't find reading very comfortable. And this is what this facility will do. So having got the document up on the screen, you then click on the View option. Down the bottom of the drop down, you'll then have Read Out Loud, and simply click on Activate Read Out Loud. Having done that, if you then click on the section you want it to read, it will then read out loud.
Ask most people who ride a bike regularly in the UK and they'll happily recount a list of terrifying or alarming incidents caused by the deliberate actions of another road user, usually someone in a motor vehicle.
So, it's as simple as that. It won't read individual words, it will read sections. You can, I'll show you in a moment, get it to read the whole page if you wish to, but all you do is you click on the section you want it to read and it will then read that section out loud to you. So, as an example, again,
I myself always ride peaceably about 7 or 8 miles an hour, and keep a good lookout some way ahead, as by that means you can often slip through a tight place or avoid being made into a sandwich composed of a pedestrian who will not, and an omnibus which cannot stop.
And if you wish to change it so it reads the whole document, again you go to View, Read Out Loud, and again the options there, read just the one page or read to the end of the document, and you've got the keyboard shortcuts as well if you wish to use those. And if it is reading and you wish to pause it, or it's reading and you wish to stop it in the middle of what it's reading, again you can do the drop down or you can do the keyboard shortcuts and that will then stop it. Now, something else, you might decide that you don't like that voice. You've got the option of changing the voices, changing the pitch of the voice, that's how high or how low the voice is, or the speed of the voice. So if you click on Edit, Preferences at the bottom of that drop down, and then the reading option, you've then got the option of how loud you want the voice to be as it reads out to you, whether you wish to use the default voice, which is automatically installed on the machine, or if you unclick that, if it's clicked, then you've got the option of picking whichever other voices are installed on the computer you're using. So we were using Daniel. If we try Serena, you can then change the default settings, so the pitch, as I say, that's how high or how low the voice is, and how many words per minute the voice reads, so how quickly or how slowly it reads to you. You can change those. When you're happy with those settings, you click on OK, and then you can then go back to the section and it will read it out loud to you again.
I myself always ride peaceably about 7 or 8 miles an hour, and keep a good lookout some way ahead, as by that means you can often slip through a tight place or avoid being made into a sandwich composed of a pedestrian who will not, and an omnibus which cannot stop.
So there you are. The voice has changed if that's your preference, and you can speed it up or slow it down. One final thing that might be worth considering again is if all this information at the sides of the screen's very off-putting if you're trying to read, you can then also go into View, Read Mode, not full screen mode. It won't read out loud with full screen mode, but read mode, and that then removes all the kind of menus and options on the left, the right and the top So you have then just got the document in front of you that you can then have read out loud to you. So there are fewer distractions. So there we go again.
Next time you're in a car and you think a cyclist in front is holding you up, I'd urge you to hold two very clear thoughts in your mind.
So that's a quick demonstration of the Read Out Loud option in Adobe Acrobat Reader for PDF documents for things like exam papers. Thank you very much.